Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. The morning sun spilled golden light over New York City as Kelly Ripa sipped her espresso on the balcony of their Upper East Side apartment. Across from her, Mark Consuelos scrolled through headlines on his tablet, pausing at one that made him chuckle. Kelly and Mark to leave live? Fans devastated. That's dramatic, he said, glancing up at his wife with a smirk. Kelly arched a brow. They make it sound like we're going into witness protection. Mark grinned, but behind their laughter was the weight of a real decision, a big one. After years of waking up before sunrise, rehearsing punchy monologues, and juggling celebrity interviews with daily chaos, they were stepping away from live with Kelly and Mark. It wasn't burnout, it wasn't drama, it was evolution. They had built a life on morning television, a rare feat as husband and wife, co-hosts, and parents. The show had become a living, breathing reflection of their journey. But recently, during a vacation in Costa Rica, something shifted. It was on a quiet beach, their phones buried in sand, and their time dictated by the tide instead of a call sheet. There, under a dusky sunset, Mark had turned to Kelly and asked, "What if there's more for us after live?" Kelly didn't answer immediately. She stared out at the horizon, where the sky met the ocean in a perfect line. "What if we've only just gotten started?" she finally whispered. Back in their apartment, Kelly stood and paced the balcony. "People will think we're retiring," she said, "but it's the opposite. I feel like we're waking up." Mark leaned back in his chair, his expression serious now. "We've told every story, shared every holiday, we've laughed with millions. But maybe now it's time we write a new story, our way." What most people didn't know was that behind the scenes, Kelly and Mark had been quietly building something new, a production company focused on storytelling that mattered. Documentaries about real love, comedies rooted in family chaos, series that made people feel less alone. And this next move, leaving live, wasn't an ending. It was the beginning. 2 weeks later, the studio buzzed with electricity. Their farewell episode was scheduled, though neither of them wanted to call it a goodbye. "I think we call it a see you soon," Kelly said to the producers. "We're not going anywhere. We're just going everywhere." When the red light blinked on, the familiar theme music played, and the crowd roared, the couple walked hand in hand to center stage. Kelly wore white, a symbol she'd decided of fresh starts. Mark looked relaxed, confident. "This show has been our home," Kelly began, voice trembling slightly. "You've watched us raise our kids, tease each other, laugh, cry, and now we're stepping away. Not to slow down, but to leap forward." The crowd was quiet, emotional. Then came the applause. Thunderous, grateful, tearful. Outside the studio, paparazzi waited. Questions flew through the humid August air. "What's next for you two? Is this the end of your on-screen chemistry?" Kelly turned, her smile bright. "Not the end, just a new channel." Mark added, "We're just getting started." In a quiet moment later that night, they stood in their kitchen, wine glasses in hand. The house was still, the city humming outside their window. "No alarms tomorrow," Kelly whispered. "No rehearsals," Mark replied. "Just us." And as they toasted to the unknown, there was no fear, only a shared thrill for the unwritten pages ahead.